G'day, Lace Outers. Peps and J-Dog here for a huge round 16 AFL fit-out preview. How you going, big fella?
Peps, I'm going well. I mean, it's Thursday. Currently, there's a game going on, Peps.
I know.
The AFL has been thrown into disarray. Every club is in Melbourne. It's all going on.
And it'd be nothing better if the Gold Coast Suns continue what they're doing. At halftime, at the current stage, it's 40 to the Tigers 34. Could you imagine if Richmond go down to the Suns in Melbourne?
Oh, can you imagine? Well,
they want to sack the coach. They want to sack the board.
Oh, that's true.
They'll be dumped out the front of Punt Road again. Do you remember those days? They were the good old days.
If only the Suns can kick straight.
Oh, mate, they're sitting at 5 goals 10 at halftime to 5 goals 4. They've kicked 6. And I'll tell you what, 3 of those have been a minimum gettable. It's just bad football is bad kicking, and that's what's happening at the moment. Yep. So they should be at least 3 to 4 goals up, not just a single goal at halftime. But I reckon, I'm going to put my nuggets on the line here, my friend. I reckon Gold Coast are going to run through with this one.
Ooh.
And you know what happens? You know what's going to happen? If that happens, Richmond won't make the 8.
And they'll officially be coming out bitching and moaning. They will be known as who, Peps?
Bitchmond. Bitchmond. To all you Bitchmond supporters out there, yes, you've won 3 out of the last 4 flags. But if you lose to Gold Coast, no doubt the rich will be poorer and the Bitchmond will be out.
Oh, we can't play at Marvel.
Oh, we can't play at Marvel. We can't play in the stadium with just our fans. The Renter crowd, they were so bad towards us.
Classic.
Give me a break. All right, let's move on with this one. Big really kicks off tomorrow night from our perspective.
Yeah. Friday
the 2nd of July, Geelong versus Essendon at GMHBA Stadium, 7:50 Australian Eastern Standard Time. Yep. In Graham Myers, Reece Stanley out, Mr. O'Connor injured, Sean Higgins managed, and Evan Radogalio, I think it's his name, has been managed as well too. Quinton Narkle unused, the sub. Well, he won't be there next year. He'll want to trade. In Cutler and Snelling for the Bombers. Out, Zirk Thatcher, another one of the hyphen crew omitted. Zaharakis has been left out, and Gwilfy has been omitted as well. So it comes down to this. Can Dad's Army take on a team that no one expected anyone to do anything with this year, who have played some run-and-gun circle work type footy, took the Ds to 11 points, theoretically could have won that game with better decisions moving into the forward 50, against a team of old men who were beaten by a bunch of bears up there in Queensland on their home deck on a Friday night?
Good question. Can I just quickly put a thing in here, Peps?
Mm-hmm.
Radagalia says managed, # omitted. They've just used managed as a thing. He can't kick. He can mark, can't kick.
Can't bat, can't bowl, can't throw.
That's him. Peps, the Baby Bombers of 93 to
They're
2001.
not the Baby Bombers, mate.
2021.
They haven't even made finals yet, let alone do anything. The Baby Bombers.
It's the Baby Bombers.
It's probably the last time they won a final in 93, wasn't it? That was 2000. We won a flag in 2000. Give me a break.
Peps, I reckon Geelong are going to straighten up and they're going to take this one out, but gallant effort will be had by Essendon.
Actually, no, I'm going Essendon.
Ooh, okay.
I reckon Essendon.
Okay.
There's just something about them. My concern is Hawkins, Cameron down forward. But outside of that, there is no reason why their run and gun can't take on the Cats through that midfield. They've got no one to tag. Mark O'Connor's gone out. Higgins has been managed, so there's another one of Dad's Army out. They haven't got their big marking target because they've been managed / dropped.
Yep.
I don't mind what Essendon are doing at the moment. And why not go on their memory run? They got beaten by a better team last week who were just probably a little bit classier in the finishing side of things.
Mm-hmm.
But outside of that, they didn't settle anyone down in terms of the fact that, they didn't put anyone offside by their performance.
Yeah.
They're going to have to win one of them. And I reckon this could be it. I reckon Geelong, this is a massive danger game for them.
Okay. Yep. And they're going to jump into the 8.
Oh, no. Geelong will win this. I don't want Essendon in the 8. Could you imagine that?
Oh, dear. Peps, You take the first game of the Saturday. You do the Melbourne Giants game, please.
All right, beautiful. Okay, the D's of Melbourne versus the Giants of GWS at the MCG 1:45 Australian Eastern Standard Time. Melbourne haven't made any changes at the moment. Nathan Jones is out with a calf. In is Mr. Clumsy. Shane Mumford. Toby Green is in. Out.
Tom Green.
Is it Tom Green or Toby Green?
No, Tom.
You see T Green these days.
Tommy Green.
Thanks, Tom Green. Out, Sam Reid. Matt DeBoer omitted, which is, I don't understand that when you've got gun midfielders running around for the Ds, why you wouldn't tag at least clarity about that one. And Briggsy's been omitted as well too, and Lockie Ash, the unused sub. Rightio. So when the teams came out, the first thing they looked at is B. Brown in. B. Brown is not in. B. Brown, number 50, with the Krusty the Crown vegan diet, is not in.
Yep.
And it makes you think, what were they thinking? But apparently the weather reports are not looking too flash for Saturday afternoon. It's going to be something like 11 degrees, wet and miserable. The last thing you want to be doing is having a big bloke down in your forward line, because if he doesn't get near it, you're basically playing with 17 blokes on the field. So I think this is more of a strategic outlook or a strategic ploy by the Ds to have a forward line that's just probably a little bit lighter. The ball's going to be on ground a lot more, so just have a bit more bunch and crunch down there as well too.
Okay.
Back line aren't doing anything wrong. Midfield ain't doing anything wrong. Bit
Don't
slow,
change the back line.
Yeah, the midfield's the forwards have been a bit shaky the last couple of weeks. But mind you, they did get 12 marks inside 50, so the game could have been 5 or 6 goals last week if they'd kicked straightly. So they've probably looked at it and gone, well, it worked last week. It probably worked this week as well. They've just got to make most of their opportunities. Last time these two teams played, Cozzy Pickett kicked 4. Tommy McDonald had 3 as well, and Fitchy had 3. So they've been a bit quiet the last few weeks. They're going to have to step up if the D's are going to win this one. But I think that they will.
I wouldn't be surprised as a late change on the game. I reckon Ben Brown might find his way in. Maybe.
Nothing surprises me. They haven't named anyone to go in yet.
No. So has Ben Brown been named in the VFL side, or he has just been?
He's an emergency.
Okay.
The other one I could maybe see them bringing in is Aaron Vandenberg. Played quite well on the twos last week. Bigger body.
Yep.
And could crunch a few. That's what he likes to do. And on a wet day, cold day, last thing you want to be doing is getting hit by a battering ram.
Who wins?
Oh, Melbourne. I reckon Melbourne. I wouldn't say it's going to be I think it's going to be their average 4 or 5 goal, maybe 4 or 5 goal win. I don't think it's going to be anything bigger than that, especially if the weather's not too good. But don't be surprised if GWS, once again, you just don't know what to. If it's a GWS that's turned up in the last few weeks, Melbourne should win by 10 goals.
Yep.
If it's a GWS that we know that could potentially turn up, it could be very close.
Yes. All right.
Someone's just got to stop Toby, because I love Toby.
Yes.
I don't care if Melbourne win if Toby kicks 10.
Okay. That'd be actually a pretty good day.
That'd be a pretty good day. Toby kicks 10, Melbourne by 15.
I like it. All right, next game is Adelaide Crows versus Brisbane Lions. One of the few games played out of state this week. Adelaide Oval, I just suspect there'd be no crowds there whatsoever.
You don't reckon?
Nah, not at all.
Is it because it's an Adelaide game?
What are you saying? What are you suggesting, Peps?
I'm just suggesting that the Adelaide people are not turning up for their Adelaide team, and I think you were hinting that only Port Adelaide supporters are turning up at the moment.
No. I reckon the AFL's put them in a not hub, hashtag not hub.
Okay.
But anyway, 4:35, Adelaide versus Brisbane Lions. In for the Adelaide Crows comes Billy Frampton, Luke Pedlar, and Nick Murray. Out goes Andrew McPherson, Darcy Fogarty, Shane McAdam, and Will Hamill. New into that is new young kid, Luke Pedlar.
Well, good on you, young man. I remember my first senior game. It was back in 1995 versus Moonee Valley.
Wow. Got
knocked out.
In on the Brisbane Lions comes in Grant Birchall and Jared Berry.
Good ins.
Good ins. Out goes James Madden with an injury. Jackson Pryor has been omitted, and Reece Matheson is the Medi sub out.
The barometer has been dropped.
He has. Milestones on that side is Jared Lyons is playing his 150th game, so well done to that.
Oh, good on you, young man. Good on him. 150 is an important milestone.
Grant Birchall, just another one of those senior players coming up from a premiership-winning team to provide a bit of guidance to the Brisbane Lions.
Yeah, they need it at the moment. They were awesome last week. Going down to Adelaide, though, Adelaide have not, people thought Adelaide were going to be disgraceful this year. They've held their head up high.
Ahead of the curve.
Ahead of the curve, if you want to say. I just think that Brisbane are going to be too strong. This is a game that Brisbane need to keep winning if they want to get that top two.
Class. I said it on Tuesday night. Brisbane are all class.
Yeah, but they've got a bit of a bit of grunt about them too.
Yeah, that's true. But they're just a classy team, and they're going to make Adelaide look a bit silly.
Hey, stranger things have happened. Stranger things have happened down there in Adelaide this year.
That's right. Next game on Saturday, we have the Dockers versus Carlton. And guess what state they're playing in, Peps?
Victoria.
Correct, because Tasmania said, AFL, get stuffed. You're not coming here.
Is that what they said?
Pretty much. That's it.
Get stuffed, AFL. We want a team, but get stuffed.
No, we don't want your riddled COVID bodies in our state. Okay. Fair enough.
You keep your two.
You
just keep your two-headed beasts to yourselves.
You got to protect your people. All right, so they're playing at the MCG on Saturday. So the MCG is going to be torn up by the sound of it. Anyway, comes Nat
after
5.
Saturday after freaking Jackson kicks 6, Fritchie kicks 9, Toby Green kicks 10.
Nat 5 comes in for Freo. Out goes Matty Taberner, has been injured. And
he just got back in.
Yeah, I know. Mitch Crowden is the Matty sub. In for Carlton.
Yep.
Levi Casbolt. Tom Williamson also comes in. Out goes Mark Murphy, who's got the injury, knee injury. Sam Doherty also goes out, and Zach Williams has got his suspension there for deciding to drive the head of his opposition player into the turf or into the AstroTurf.
Oh, but if you're Tom Stewart, we'll do exactly the same thing and get off.
Anywho, Peps.
Bullshit, mate. Bullshit.
This game here, another danger game. We saw what the Dockers did to Collingwood last week.
Yeah. But whose danger game is it?
Are you suggesting that it could be a Teague danger game, Peps?
Oh, it's a massive Teague danger game. I'm picking Freo for this one easily.
I'm picking Freo to win, but I think it will...
But it's not Teague's fault.
It's not Teague's fault.
It's not Teague's fault.
But definitely this is going to be the game where if they lose, Carlton lose, there's going to be even more scrutiny because they're going to say that Fremantle Dockers have gone straight past Carlton. Look at the rebuild of Dockers versus Carlton. Where has Carlton? I can just see the headlines already, Peps. You can see it already.
We know. But you know what, Carlton? It's probably true because you've overpaid so many people.
Be prepared. Be prepared next week for an on-launch of just Carlton headlines.
You know what? Why would you want to be a coach? Just as simple as that. Why would you want to be a coach? I've got no idea.
Agreed.
No way. All right, so I'm going Dockers. I'm going Dockers, mate. Dockers.
Same.
Dockers by 4. All right.
The game we're looking forward to, Peps, the game I'm looking forward to is Hawks versus Port Adelaide.
Well, why are you looking forward to it, J-Dog?
Do you know what? Because it's a bit of a peace match between the two clubs here. Of course, we're talking about the 400-game superstar, Sean Burgoyne.
Yeah, good on him. 400 games. That's a pretty big milestone.
Huge. And I'm glad that we get to play Hawthorn for that because obviously we've played a huge part in his career and then Hawthorn have done amazingly well and I'm wrapped.
You know what I'd do if I was coach of Port Adelaide?
What?
I'd get Charlie Dixon to Mark Yates silk straight at the bounce. Mark Yates, Dermy Brereton. Charlie Dixon's just run straight through and take him out for the day. And so that's what you get for bailing on us, champ.
Oh, I can't be angry at Silk. You can't be angry at him.
Of course you can. He did the dirty on you. He ran away from you, Jamie. Come on.
He left when a time when it wasn't nice for Port Adelaide.
There's no crying in baseball. There's crying in football.
I watched that movie the other day. That's a bloody ripper.
It is.
It's a good movie.
There is no crying in baseball.
Madonna and Gina, whatever last name is. Anyway. Hawks. In comes Connor Nash. Damon Greaves comes in. Chad Wingard is out injured.
Gina Davis.
That's her name. Oh, Chad Wingard's injured. Oh,
Heartstring.
Oh, no. Playing Port Adelaide. Jeez, who saw that one coming? DVB, Denver Granger Barras, is also injured and Will Day is injured.
Is concussion an injury?
Yes.
All right.
Because you can get over it. You can recover.
All right.
In comes Riley Bonner. Out goes Dylan Williams, who was admitted. Stiff, but I get it. And Marty Frederick has also been omitted as well.
Okay.
And this is played under the roof at Marvel Stadium on Saturday night.
Who's going to win and why?
Port's going to win because they're a better team than Hawthorn.
That's why Hawthorn are going to win. They're going to do it for silk, and they're going to stuff your top 4 chances right up. You watch, mate. They're going all right at the moment, Hawks. Their back line is ticking along nicely.
Yeah.
We've got something about them, the Hawks, at the moment, and they'll do it for silk.
Under the roof.
I reckon what silk should do is just go and Mark Yates, Charlie Dixon at the bounce.
You just go through him.
Just run straight through him. Go out Alistair Lynch style. Just go swinging out in your 400th. That's what I would do.
You're a tough man though, Peps.
You're
from a time where footballers were tougher.
Where there was witnesses, not neighbours.
That's right. All right,
exactly
Peps.
Right.
Take it Sunday.
All right, Sunday, July 4th, Sydney versus West Coast at GMHBA Stadium. What? 1:10 p.m. A Sydney team playing a Perth team in a regional town in Melbourne. COVID, mate. It's all about the COVID. All right, in Wixie, O'Riordan, Sinclair and McLean. Brand has been omitted. Nick Blakey is the sub, was unused. In is Jones, Langdon, Peter, Vardy, Witherden and Foley. Nelson, the Medi sub, and Liam Ryan suspended. It's as simple as this. Where's the game being played, Jamie?
Lovely part of Victoria.
So it's not in Perth?
No, it's in GMHBA, Peps.
That means that Sydney will win. Sydney will win, and West Coast will not even make finals the way that they're going.
Well, I wonder who's actually going to get down and watch this game. The
Seagulls.
Because Melbourne people...
There will be no Seagulls because no one will be buying the chips because no one will be at the ground. Could this be the first time Geelong make a loss at our home game?
Peps, that is a question. It's a great question.
Yep, I hope so.
Who takes the ticket sales from this one?
Oh, I don't know if there's any charities around at the moment. School holidays.
Maybe a neutral game.
I'd open the doors and just let him in for free.
That's not a bad idea. Peps, you're a charitable man tonight.
I'll just let him in for free because you know what? There's no way in hell I'd be driving an hour down the road to watch either of these two teams play. So
is Buddy in? Is Buddy still in?
Buddy's in.
That could be worth going to see. Buddy might be your last time.
Might be the last chance to go and see Buddy. I think they're going to be hanging around for a few weeks. I'm going with this. I'm going with the Swans. They're just they're not setting the world on fire, but they're better than West Coast. Wet toasts. They're shocking at the moment. They don't know what they want to do, so stuff them.
Fair enough. All right, next game. Love this one here. MCG, another game at the G, of course. Collingwood versus St Kilda. Sunday, 3 o'clock game.
I'm a Black Swan.
For Collingwood, in comes Finlay McRae, Jordan Ngoe, Max Lynch, and Trey Roscoe. Out goes Bo McCreary. Big game here for the Dacos family with Joshua celebrating his 50th AFL game.
Oh, good on you, son.
On you, Joshy.
Hey, does that mean that Mason Cox still... So you're telling me Mason Cox still holds his spot in that team?
Yes.
He must have photos. He's got to have photos, or is he? Or do you reckon he just pulls out? Hey, coach, if you want to know what I can really do, just pulls out the DVD from 2018.
Well, the problem is with poor old Mason is I don't know who's got photos of anymore because Ed's gone, Bucks is gone, so he must have photos of Harvey.
He's got.
What are you saying, Peps? Is there a bigger story here? President.
Always a bigger story. Just when you think there's one story, there's a bigger story.
Okay, for St Kilda coming in has Dean Kent, Jack Billings, Jack Loney, and Paul Hunter. Out goes Nick Caulfield, who has got an injury.
Well, St Kilda were more than all right last week.
Decent.
Can they do it 2 weeks in a row? And not at Marvel.
Come on. I don't even know who want to win more because they both have lols attached to either side.
Oh, look, let's go St Kilda.
St Kilda to win?
Just St Kilda to win because you just want more. Collingwood in chaos is just beautiful to watch. It's great. I've been working with some Collingwood supporters over the last couple of weeks and they're just like, pulling their hair out. It's cold. St Kilda, look. But mind you, DeGoey was good against the D's the week before that. Before he went and did something stupid. Yeah, I'm going with St Kilda. I think if they go completely backwards, they're still in with a chance. That's how bad Collingwood are at the moment.
Yep, I'm with you. I'm going to go, no, actually, you know what? I'm going to go the Collingwood win for my wife. It's a nice thing to do. But, hey, Peps, I
really want the people who listen to this to take you seriously, and then you throw out a comment like that.
Peps, you and I have been in step.
Is beautiful. We know that. But tip with your head, not your heart.
We've been in step the whole night, Peps.
Yeah, right. Just a bit disappointing.
That's okay. You're an adult. You'll be all right. Next game, final game of the round. We have got the Western Bulldogs versus North Melbourne. Peps, I'm going to look at Western Bulldogs. You're going to do the North Melbourne side, and I will go first.
Beautiful.
It is at 4:40 Marvel Stadium, under the roof. Get down. Get the kids down.
Actually, the roof will be open.
No, it's not. It doesn't come open, Peps. You know this. The roof is closed now.
The roof is open. They have to keep the roof open. That's the only way that they'll play games. Otherwise, it's an indoor stadium and they won't be able to have the crowds there. Have to keep the roof open. Yep.
Oh, look forward to watching that on TV when you can't see what they're doing when they run from the dark into the light. All right. For Western Bulldogs, Jordan Sweet, Josh Shackey, Lewis Young, and Patrick Lipinski. Fair ins, Peps. Fair ins for my team.
Mm-hmm.
And out is Ryan Gardner, and Taylor Duray plays his 150th game. Well done, mate.
Good on you, premiership player and everything. So good on you, young man. Hey, you know what? I think there's a team here that potentially could cause a bit of an upset and lose by less than 15 goals. That's North Melbourne. Scott's in. Oh, the forgotten importer's in. Polak is in. I didn't realise he was still there. It was because he had a hamstring in round 3. Hayes in. Vroom Vroom Ford is in, and Campbell in is Leon. I don't say Lewis, I get Leon. Been admitted. And Bosen Vulugi, who was the medical sub, has also been left out. New is Eddie Ford. The name Eddie Ford sounds like a comic book hero, doesn't he?
Love it, though. Marvel. Love it.
In sync. Look, Western Bulldogs, easy.
Could we get a repeat of last year, Peps?
No.
On Friday, April the 2nd, at the start of the year, this was a 130-point game.
No. North were better. North's last 7 weeks have been pretty good.
Do you remember that game, though, where you're just at halftime, you're like, oh, what's going on here? And then, boom.
Yep.
That was the funniest game this year.
Was that the Good Friday game?
It was.
Yeah, boom. No,
I think you and I had a fight over this because I said take it off them.
Yeah, and I said, no, you can't take it off them. You can't take it off them.
Okay.
No, you can't give it to a big team. I'm sorry. No, everybody's got to have their piece of the pie. No, North will get beaten, but just if they can keep performing like they have over the last few weeks, it won't be easy for the Western Bulldogs, but I just think their midfield bat's too deep.
Yeah.
And they've got the astronaut. My goodness gracious. Oh. He's like a flying Nat Fife. The hair flowing. God.
Just kick straighter as well.
Just kick straighter. Yep, so that's it, mate. That's our tips. Round 16. We're done. Let's get back to the footy. More importantly, listeners, hey, have a great, safe weekend. The weather's not going to be too crash hot, so just look after yourself. Get warm, throw on the thermals, sit back with a nice scotch in front of the fire, watch the Ds or watch your team. And more importantly, we'll see you on Tuesday night. Myself, J-Dog, Lace Out. Get on the Facebook page, our Facebook page. It's in show notes. Join us on Tuesday night.
Best ice cream?
Best ice cream. What's your favourite ice cream? What's your ice cream? Tell me what's your ice cream? Is the listener question for this week. So get on and leave a comment. But that's it for tonight. We'll see you on Tuesday. May your team win and good luck.